This is the world's highest selling gin.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are here at the Golden Anchor and we are going to be talking about gin. So we are going to be meeting up with a master and he's going to be talking about the gin. We are going to learn about gin. Not only that, is we are going to find out all the prices and everything about gin, guys. So guys, this is Sankalp, the co-owner of the Golden Anchor here in South Goa. So he was going to be explaining to us about gin today.
Hi guys, welcome to our store. So today we are going to talk about gin. So primarily gin currently has been gaining a lot of popularity in the Indian market. So I'll just tell you in brief as to how exactly a gin is made. So you take a neutral spirit as in a vodka, you mix a lot of botanicals in that, you distill it and you get your gin. So now what are the botanicals which go into making a gin? So the primary or the key botanical which goes into making all these gins you see here will be a juniper berry. Now juniper berries are small berries which have a very fruity and a peppery taste. Apart from that, you can use any of the botanicals. You can use an orange peel, a lemon peel, cinnamon, cardamom, angelica root, nutmeg, etc. So now we'll also get to know, the question arises as to how you drink a gin, what mixers do we actually use. So it totally depends on a person's personal preference. You can add a soda to it and maybe just squeeze a lime and you can have it. But the more popular way of drinking a gin is with a tonic water. We have brands like Schweppes and Swami available with us with a lot of flavors. So you can drink your gin that way. And I'll just take you through the collection of gins that we have available at our store. So starting off with the first gin that we have is the Clearly Good gin. So most of the bottles that are available at our store will be 750 ml. There aren't much of options in the smaller bottles. So this is a 350 ml bottle that you'll get of Clearly Good gin, which is just costing 245 rupees. So the next one is the Blue Ribbon, which is very popular again in the local market, just priced at 270. The next gin is the Black Jewel, just priced at 590. The next one is a new launch. We just received this gin around 3 to 4 months back. So this has priced at 625. Next we have Tickle, which is priced at 650. They are the same distillers Edinco, which also makes the famous liqueur, coconut flavored liqueur, which is Cabo, which most of the tourists or the locals are aware of. Next we move on to the Greater Than gin. So I'll just like to explain some details about Greater Than and why is it called a London Dry gin. So basically this is an Indian gin, so many people come to us asking why it is called a London Dry gin. So basically London, so the word dry basically means less sweet, and the word London doesn't have to be, this gin doesn't have to be made in London only. It has no geographical restrictions. It can be made sitting in Goa. You have to just follow 3 criteria for a gin to be called as a London Dry gin. First criteria is that the alcohol ABV should be 96% at the time of distillation. Secondly, there can't be any added flavors added to the gin once the gin is distilled. And thirdly, the only ingredient that you can actually add to the gin after distillation is just pure water. So this is a very famous gin, Greater Than, which is just priced at 850. The next one is the limited edition of the Greater Than London Dry gin, which is the Juniper Bomb. So this has 3 times more juniper than the regular one. So this will be much more fruity, much more juicy, nice aromas, and it's a people's favorite currently. The price of this is just rupees 1000. So moving on to the next, we check out the Blue Moon, which is priced at 1100. This is a new gin which has recently launched and we just received it last month, which is priced at 1100. Moving on to the next, there is Samsara. So basically this has also mentioned 11 botanicals which are put into making this gin. They have proudly written it on the label. This is costing 1350. Next is Strangers and Sons. So they have also mentioned on the bottle about the gold medal that they just bagged for the International Wines and Spirits Competition 2020. That is last year.
What's the price?
1540.
Okay.
Moving on to the next, there is Pumori, which is again manufactured in Goa only. This is priced at 1750. So apart from the regular London dry gins, this is the American style of gin making. So basically, apart from the juniper forward flavors that you get in other gins, here you will get the flavors of cinnamon, cardamom and other spice notes. So something very different experience if you want to, if you are into gins and trying gins. Next, there is Hapusha. So juniper in Sanskrit is known as Hapusha. So they have named the gin after that. This is costing 2200. Then there is Jaisalmer. This is from Radico Kaitan. So they make other popular products like Magic Moments vodka and Morpheus brandy, so which most of the Indian market are aware of. This gin Jaisalmer is costing 3500. So basically we have shown you all the Indian distilled gins. So now we'll move on to the UK based gins, which are imported gins. So there is Gordon's here, which is 1650. This is the world's highest selling gin. Next we move to Beefeater, which is 1900. Next there is Tanqueray, which is again a London dry style of gin, costing 2200. Next there is Brocal gin, which is costing 2450. Next is the Tanqueray 10, which is costing 4850. So the difference between this and the Tanqueray 10, this is a Tanqueray London dry gin. Here you won't see any London dry. This is Tanqueray 10. So basically most martinis or any cocktails that people make is made out of this Tanqueray 10, because in this particular gin there are only 4 botanicals which are used. In this there are some added botanicals, namely there is lime, there is orange, there is grapefruit and there is orange. So this is more so for cocktails, and this you can drink with a regular tonic water. This is 4850. Then there is Bombay Sapphire. So Bombay Sapphire again is a London dry style of gin, and they have also mentioned vapor infuse. So this is a special method that they use. So what they actually do in the normal gins that they make, they take the neutral spirit, they add the botanicals, boil it and distill it, and what they get is the gin. But in this particular Bombay Sapphire, what they do is they take a netted basket, they put all the botanicals in that, they place it just above the neutral spirit, so the liquid doesn't get in touch with the botanicals. So when the liquid hits the boiling point, the vapor passes through the netted basket and collects in the distillation tank. The result is Bombay Sapphire, which has a very light and delicate notes, and the other London dry gins will have a very strong juniper upfront flavor. So this is something very light and very neat, you can use to drink in cocktails. Next we move on to the Star of Bombay. This is priced at 3500. So actually both these gins are made by the same company, and it is named after the sapphire stone, which was actually found in Sri Lanka and was in Bombay. So when the British were ruling India, they took the sapphire stone with them, and still it is there in one of their museums. So they have named those sapphire bottles after that sapphire stone. So next gin that we'll be covering is the Botanist. So this is from Scotland. It's a beautiful looking bottle, as you can see, and they have mentioned all the botanicals here on the bottle itself, but we won't be able to read it because it is written in Latin. So this is the same company who makes even the Bruichladdich. So they usually make fantastic bottles. The price of this is 4,500. Next we move to Langley's number 8. So this is a dry style of gin. This will cost you 2,640. Next, Langley's has the Old Tom. So Old Tom is a sweeter style of gin. So somebody who don't like the London dry style of gin could try this. It has a very citrusy flavor and very fruity. This is 2,800. Next we move to Hendrick's. So this is also from Scotland. These gins, apart from the regular juniper flavors, also concentrate a lot on adding other flavors. So in this they have added rose flavor. They've also added cucumber flavor. So you will get a lot of fruity and floral notes in this particular one. So Hendrick's, this gin will cost you 3,700. They have also launched their limited edition Midsummer Solstice. So this is a limited edition gin, won't be available maybe in the months to come, but if you come to our store now, visit us, you can pick up this gin. So apart from the regular Hendrick's, there have been two new flavors which have been added to this, which is orange flavor and lotus blossom. So it will be even more floral and even more fruity than the regular Hendrick's. So this is priced at 4,600. Next is the British gin Boodles, which is priced at 4,200. So moving on to the next, we'll move to Edinburgh gin. So this is actually, if you read it, it is Edinburgh gin, but actually it is pronounced as Edinburgh gin. So they have the classic, which is 4,200. They have the Seaside, which is 4,500. Next they have the Rhubarb and Ginger, which is 5,200. And out of the many gins that we checked earlier, there are a lot of Indian gins and UK based gins, but this is from Germany, and as the name suggests, Monkey 47, the 47 represents the botanicals that they use in making this particular gin. So this is priced at 4,500. Moving on to the next gin is the Japanese gin Roku gin, which is priced at 5,515. And the next premium gin, which is again a Japanese gin, is Okinawa, which is priced at 9,000. So both these gins basically use a lot of botanicals from Japan itself.
So guys, thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and that is the end of this episode, but stay tuned for more episodes, and please do like and subscribe.